NBA TNT Primetime edition of Winning Picks Weekly. My name is John Meleka, co-host of Knicks Jets, etc., writer for the Jet Press. I'm here with the video producer of Knicks Jets, etc. Also, you know him from Winning Picks Weekly, and also you definitely know him from the Jets episodes where we've been going in on the draft stuff. We had a big free agency episode due to the franchise tags. We're gonna have way more draft content coming up. Look for it in Jet Press. Look for it, Nick Jets, etc. Obviously, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you comment, we'll read it out. We'll interact, and then on Apple, Spotify, Winning Picks Weekly, Nick Jets, etc. Just like that, subscribe to that, give us that 5-star rating, helps out a lot. So before we get into the NBA TNT slate, Greg, what's up, man? It's been a while. We haven't seen you since the Super Bowl, man. What's up?
It has been a while. We've been busy. We've been figuring things out, getting kind of a game plan together. And I think it's so funny. I was just thinking about it today. Like I feel like we had a good time to come back, and we're like, okay, we had a little bit of a game plan in place, and then also the NBA All Star break happened, which was kind of not anything crazy. Again, this year dunk contest wasn't anything special. All Star games, kind of the All Star games, so kind of regrouped a little bit. We have a good plan. I'm happy about it. I'm happy we're coming back with a little TNT doubleheader to kick us off. And then we'll be doing a little more NBA stuff. We'll be doing some March Madness stuff. Who knows? We'll sprinkle a little couple other things in there. I know you always like watching a little soccer on Saturdays and throughout the week, so maybe we'll throw some of that stuff in there. But I'm happy we're back with the NBA. Definitely gonna be doing more of that. And we got a great two matchups. I'm excited for it. What have you been up to since we last saw you for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, I know I've been dabbling in some UEFA Champions League during the week. I mean, we even had some today with Benzema just going nuts
Yeah,
with the second half hat trick, just wild, sending Messi on his butt and Mbappe out of here, out of PSG. Like that's crazy. Are you still doing those late night favorite parlays with the NBA or with college basketball? Because I've been doing pretty well on something similar to that. I hit crazy on the Knicks Kings yesterday, or 2 days ago. That
yeah,
was
second
obvious at
half.
halftime. Oh my goodness! I took 5 units on the spread and a couple units on that money line. It was just too juicy. I have them versus Dallas today. The NBA is starting to make sense. Like the NBA
Yes.
starts to make sense to me after the All Star break and then throughout. Like everything just becomes so clear. We'll definitely talk about at the end of this episode some futures,
Yep.
but well, let's get into our first game because things have dramatically changed. Since we last spoke with both of these teams, right? They
and
had that
and that,
blockbuster trade.
and that's why I like the idea of like everything kind of starts to get a little bit clearer because the All Star break happens. People come back that are healthy. People that come back from whether it's usually long season injuries. They plan, okay, I'll come back for the All Star break, kind of get my get right, and then get ready for the playoffs. And then also two trades happen. People moved this year in the NBA. I don't think it's always been like this, but this season I feel like more than ever there's a lot of movement, and there's a lot of movement with these teams that we have coming up. So I'm excited for these new look teams coming down the stretch because Brooklyn's healthy. The 76ers look like they're a whole new team without Ben Simmons and with James Harden. So
I know, but then on the other side of
I'm
that, right,
excited
the
for it.
Cavs are like the Cavs are now done,
Yeah.
right?
They were
Phoenix
smoking
now,
hot when we talked last.
yeah,
They were like one of the best teams in basketball.
yeah, and Phoenix, Chris Paul, of course, gets hurt as
Yep.
usual, right on time, and
You can set your watch
things
to
are.
that.
I mean, D Book is back today, so there's that. The Bulls have completely fallen off. They are not healthy at all. DeRozan's getting 30 points every night. He still can't win ball games. I mean, the Heat are number one, right? I mean, things are
Yeah.
finally starting to become clear. I would say the biggest question mark in the entire NBA right now would be the health of Klay Thompson and the health of Draymond Green. I would honestly say those are the biggest two question marks. Maybe Ben Simmons also. But let's get into this, man. Ben Simmons, the catalyst for the Nets, for the Sixers, for this big trade, the catalyst for Kevin Durant going off, in the press conference.
Yep.
What do we got the line at 4.5 right now?
Yes.
Ben Simmons is not going to play. Kyrie will play because it's on the road. I believe. Um, James Harden, Maxey, and Embiid got their own big three going on. I think the
Yeah,
76ers lead the league in blocks. Like Embiid, like borderline MVP, right? Definitely in the picture, one
for
or one
sure.
A. Um, man, I'm really, really, really following every single team in the East because of the Knicks. So if you're like the 6th seed to the 12th, 13th seed, I am like every single game I am microanalyzing your game. So
Sure.
it just so happens that the Nets are one of those teams. I mean, we don't expect it, but the Nets are right there, dude. They're
It's crazy.
right with the Knicks, and I've been watching them. It was a must win versus them in Charlotte. They're staring at the Knicks on Sunday, which I'm sure they think is an easy win.
Well, see, the Knicks, we thought I mean, from the Knicks Just Etc. podcast, you guys were, I think, painting this next game tonight as a loss, and they're smoking Mavericks. So, might
Not
not
this
be,
guy.
I mean,
Not this
not this
guy.
guy. Yeah.
Not this guy,
Yeah.
baby.
So, I don't know,
I'm
man. It
all
might not
over
be an
this,
easy win
baby.
for these Nets rolling up into New York. So,
Yeah, well, before they get into that, they got to go into Philly, and we know both teams are thinking about this game. We know
yep.
Ben Simmons, he's going to be on the bench for this game. KD talking smack about fans. We know Harden was running after the game. Did you see him doing the Salah steps after the game, getting ready for
James
Philly?
Harden, I really haven't had too many opinions about James Harden, but he's turning into like I honestly like the thing that I feel like when his antics to me are like shades of Terrell Owens with just like it's all about him. Like I saw like back when he was on Brooklyn, like
The
after the
worst,
game,
bro.
I think he was like lifting like weights like in the hallway and stuff. Like, dude, just like chill out and score 50. Like calm down. But
He's the
he's
worst,
doing
man.
too much. It's all about him all the time. And to your point, they have a little bit of a big three going. I saw Embiid's comments after one of their first games together, and he's like, it's just so easy. It's the
I know. I can't
easiest
believe
it's
how
ever been.
open I am.
Which is
Yeah.
crazy to me because one of my cheat codes for fantasy basketball the last 2 years has been just and draft Embiid in the second round. For some reason, he's always around in the second round, and I take him. He goes for 40, 10, and like shoots really well. Like he is
He's injured.
incredible. He's an MVP conversation guy every year if he's not injured. And for him to say it's the easiest it's ever been, that's scary. That's scary to think about. It's so scary. I'm
What do you
taking the
got?
76ers tomorrow.
Dude, this is so easy.
Minus four and a
Honestly, this is
half. That place is gonna be jumping. They're gonna be screaming. You thought it was bad with Trey Young in the Garden. They're gonna be going nuts for Ben Simmons on that sideline.
this is shades of LeBron going back to Cleveland or
Yeah,
KD going back to OKC. This is.
yeah,
I think maybe that's why KD had such a big opinion on this because he's probably
it's
projecting a
true.
little bit on how he felt
I mean,
when
let's
he
be
went back
honest.
to
Kevin
OKC.
Durant quit on Oklahoma City, and Ben Simmons quit on the 76ers.
Yeah, and they had the whole cupcake thing. I mean, for God's sakes, the team brought out a cupcake mascot, bro. That's a lot. That's a lot of
This
work.
the NBA nowadays, like I really can't get into it as much as other people because it's too much. It's too much with the
Oh,
antics. It's
I'm
too much with
into
the
it.
drama.
I'm into it, baby. I'm
Yeah,
all. I love the drama.
I
It's on
can't do
TNT
it.
too. It's perfect. But speaking of drama, I mean, this has it all, and I like the 5 points personally.
Yeah,
I'm going to take the band. I'm going to take the Nets to win by 1-5, and
yep.
I'm going to take Philadelphia to win by 1-5. That's how I'm going to play this game, and I'm going to hit. Okay, I'm
Yep.
telling you right now.
It's
Okay,
gonna be a close game. Both of those are gonna be plus money. So you just need one to hit and you win money on the night. You can go one for one and make money, that's why I love that those picks that you do. I think that's great. So, and again, it's right where Vegas thinks it's gonna be. I think it opened at 5.5. It's down to 4.5. Who knows by the game? It might be four. Might be four by the time it tips off tomorrow. So
maybe I'll sprinkle a little on 6 to 10 for Philly because I think it's going to be a Philly game. So I don't want to miss out on that. That
yeah,
happened with me with the Knicks a couple weeks ago. Oh, I think it was the Kings game. I had like 1-5, and then I'm being I was like, oh,
yeah.
all right.
And it'll be
I
a
see how
little bit
this is
more
gonna
one sided
go.
than you thought.
Yeah.
The only thing we didn't really talk about for this game is James Harden. Do you think there's any
I
bad
mean, he's gonna be
blood?
a beast.
Do you think there's any
Oh,
bad
so
blood?
much bad blood. So much bad blood, dude. KD hates him now. I think Harden hates Kyrie to begin with.
Okay.
And I think Seth Curry is out for revenge as well, to play in Philly.
Yep.
But I think that the Nets have literally no interior game. Like they
Yeah.
have no big men. And Embiid is a big man, and he's not only a big man, he's an MVP. So they're gonna rock him. And
Yeah.
Harden is gonna penetrate them. He's gonna rock they're gonna rock them. If you love points, like maybe take the over because there's gonna be a lot of free throws. But dude, this is an easy dub for me.
I like that. I like
It's
that.
an easy dub.
What might not be so easy is the West Coast game tomorrow. Warriors at Nuggets. Nuggets are playing tonight, so they're back to back. They're in, I think, Sacramento tonight. Yeah, they're playing the Kings tonight. Then they go home for the Nuggets game tomorrow, hosting the Warriors, one of the best teams. I mean, this is a great back to back matchups. These are all
Are
awesome teams.
are the Warriors this great? You were about to say great. Are they great? Because I've been watching them, man. They're not so great.
They can be great if they get healthy. Klay
Yeah, but
Thompson,
like right
where's
right
he at?
now, at this moment, I don't know, man. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Poole is nasty. He's been
Yep.
playing really well. Curry's been on and off, honestly, since the
Yeah,
All
when
Star
he's
break.
on, they're great, or they're good. When he's off, they're just a bunch of, they're nothing special.
But the other night he had a really good game and they lost.
Yeah.
They just don't have enough firepower. They're just not the same without Draymond. And again, they're going up against the Joker. This is a perfect game for me where I hope the Kings rally after losing to the Knicks, and they're up. They're not only able to cover this spread, but beat the Nuggets tonight,
Yep.
where the Nuggets may have a look ahead or of some sort. They're kind of chilling right now,
Yep.
and then the number kind of slides down, and I bang home the Nuggets tomorrow. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. So,
Yeah,
um,
you talked earlier about Klay Thompson maybe being one of the biggest storylines. What's when if he's going to be healthy for the season? How is he going to look when he's healthy? I think arguably to go toe and toe with him is Jamal Murray for the Nuggets. I think he
what's his
was
story right now? Is he ramping up?
he's ramping up. So it's him and Michael Porter are both coming back from injury. Obviously, one's the ACL, one's the back. So Michael Porter, I think, is a little bit closer to playing. I just know this because I picked up Jamal Murray in fantasy basketball the other day. So I'm checking his injury reports and
I
everything
just
every
feel
day.
like I just feel like Jamal has been like this lost cause this whole season, but
He was
maybe
out.
towards the end here
He was out
because he got
earlier
injured
in
in
the
the
week
playoffs.
warming up with the team and stuff like that, which is the
Oh,
farthest he's ever been to actually playing. And he's getting
that's
ruled
huge.
as like out, like it's not an
Oh,
automatic out every night where it was, I think, a week or two ago.
great.
So he's
I mean, I
ramping
would
up.
love that. I would love that if he can. I mean, I love the Nuggets, man. Like Will Barton and stuff. Like watching them in the playoffs makes me so happy. Watching the Joker, just slouch down the court and give people triple doubles. I mean, nothing makes me happier.
Oh, he's awesome. He's
So yeah, I
awesome.
mean, I'm taking the Nuggets in this game.
So am
What
I.
do you got the line as right now?
3.5.
All right, so we're both on the favorites in both of these games, which is scary, obviously. But
No,
again,
Nuggets are plus 3.5.
oh my
Nuggets are
goodness.
home getting points against the Warriors.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I
Oh
might hit a
no.
little money line on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit a money line, but I'm also definitely going to do the 1 to 5 on both of these,
Yep.
just in case it's a close game. But dude, I think the Nuggets are gonna win. I know the Warriors have a better record, but I think the Nuggets, especially at this moment, are just better. And I hope they lose to the Kings. That would make me like that's not gonna be like, oh, how could you say the Nuggets are better and they lose to the Kings? I will be happier if they
Yeah,
lose to the
I'll feel
Kings.
much more confident about my
Yeah,
bet tomorrow if
exactly,
they lose tonight. I
exactly,
agree. Like you said, a little
exactly.
look ahead, a little something. I could totally get with that. So speaking of how much we like the Nuggets, to kind of round out this episode, we kind of talked about the game. We definitely talked about the games that are going to be on tomorrow night, but we also talked about teasing a couple futures. Denver Nuggets plus 2,700 on FanDuel right now to win it all. If Murray comes back and he's healthy, and Michael Porter comes back and he's healthy, they're the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10th highest or 10th lowest odds. I think that's great. I think they have just as much of a chance to win as any of the teams right around where they're sitting. So I like the Nuggets at plus 2,700. I think earlier in the year I gave out the Atlanta Hawks. They stink. That's a loser. So I gotta make
I'm
it up for
coming for you,
people's.
Atlanta. I'm
Yeah,
coming for you, Atlanta. That's my play-in. That's my
that's
play-in spot.
we need some more losses from them. We need some more wins for the Knicks for sure. So that's my kind of make it up to the fans out there, the people that ride and die, the people that follow. Denver Nuggets plus 2,700. I think it's great odds. Sure, you could take the Suns at plus 400, the Brooklyn Nets at plus 550, but get a little juice on there. Get 20 27 times your money. $100 wins you 2,700. That's the future I'm looking at right now. I got my eye on one other one, but I'm gonna give it a couple weeks because we'll see how the Celtics look in a
Miami.
couple weeks. Now the
Okay,
Celtics.
Celtics. I like that. Okay, perfect. That's a great transition into me.
Okay.
We did not discuss this, but I'm telling you right now, man. I don't care who knows it. I don't care who is going to be upset with me. I love this Boston Celtics team. I don't
I
care. I just
know.
don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate saying it out loud.
I know.
I'm wearing this Knicks up. I love the Celtics team. They are gritty as hell.
Yep.
They have a no-name coach. They got scorers. They got wing players.
They got
They
defense.
they got the best defense. It's the
Yeah.
best. It's not even close. I mean, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna pick the finals. To be honest with you, I'm not good at picking the finals from now. Once the playoffs get set and I can see how the brackets are, I'll tell you.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. We'll
It's just
definitely be
it's
doing
just
all that stuff. We'll be doing my signature bet where you bet the underdog, hope that they win a game or two. Then you take the favorite. You get plus money on either side, so it doesn't matter who wins. We'll get into all
we'll
that
get
stuff
into
when the
all
playoffs come around.
that. Yeah,
Don't you worry. We got March
yeah.
Madness to figure out first. We got all. We'll get out all the tricks and stuff throughout this podcast.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
But for me, if I'm putting money on right now, which I think I might because I'm about to hit, and I'm sorry to say I took the Dallas second half spread, which was like 17 and a half. I had to. So I think I'm going to take up my winnings from that. And since we just had this conversation, I think I'm going to
Plus 1,800 right now.
take Eastern Conference outright betting instead,
Okay.
and go Celtics plus 950. And also the number one seeded Miami Heat are plus 500.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I don't understand. So for that, I would put like 200 on the Heat and like 100 on the Celtics. You know what I
Yep.
mean? To kind of even that out.
Yeah.
And that's how I would play right now. Those are my only two plays I like. Phoenix scares the hell out of me on the West Coast. So if I
Yeah.
have to pick a Western Conference team, it's gonna be Memphis and it's gonna be Denver. Those are gonna be the teams that I sprinkle on because as much as I love Boston, which I think they're a more legitimate team for some reason, I love Memphis. I watch Memphis again. I watched a lot of Memphis this year on League Pass, but I saw the Knicks versus them this year in the one game at the Garden.
Yep.
Dude, they're everything when you see them in person, you're like, wow, you're everything I thought. They're
Yeah.
loose, they're chilling. Jaren Jackson, defensive player of the year.
Yep.
They have it all. So I mean, in the ugliest, but in my stupid head, uh, my dumb gambling brain, my most quote unquote NBA basketball finals is Memphis versus Celtics. That would be basketball heaven for me.
That would be
But
insane.
that would be no ratings, no
Yep.
whatever. Tatum versus Morant, not enough. Jared Jackson versus Brad, whatever. I know it's ugly. Nobody wants it. Not enough superstars. But those are my favorite teams as it stands. So you're gonna give me 4 units. I'm gonna take a unit on Denver, a unit on Memphis, both to win the West. I'm gonna take a unit on Miami, a unit on Celtics to win the East. That's how I'm playing it.
It's all plus enough money where if you hit one of those, you're winning money.
Yep.
So those are great picks. I love that. It's crazy to me how crazy how this East Coast, Eastern Conference versus Western Conference is flip flopped in 3 or 4 years. You were talking
I
about.
know.
I have
Remember?
no
I mean,
faith in any of the West Coast teams.
dude, they switched up the All Star game because of that. Like the reason why we can't have an East versus West is because the East has been so bad, and we had enough of Jamal McGlure.
Yeah.
We're like, all
And
right,
now there's just like 6 solid teams that could probably win it all in the East.
but like at the same time, D Book comes back, absolutely murks the Heat tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we'll see. We'll definitely keep you guys updated with the NBA stuff. College is big right now. We got to get Chip on. He's been up. I mean, I'll give out my secret because if you've been listening, you deserve to know my uh, winning secret for I think almost a decade now, dude. With college basketball conference championships, bang the under
Yeah.
as soon as it comes out. There's no excuse now. We have FanDuel on your phone. Bang the under as soon as the number is set for conference finals games. Okay, and take every single one, but it has to be for the same unit. I know it's going to be a lot up front. You got to take every single one, and I bet you're going to be up at the end. That's if you're listening up till now, like that's the advice. Take it home, and let me know how it goes.
Before the line moves, like you said, as soon as it comes out.
Some are laughable. So I'm like, by the end of the game, you're like, oh my goodness, I can't. It's not even close. I need like 60 more points to get over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It's just a big time game. They come out a little stiff. They come out a little conservative. They're college kids. It's the championship game. So I like that. I like that trick. We'll have a lot more. Well, like you said, we'll definitely maybe get a guest or two on here. We're definitely gonna do an NCAA tournament preview or something like that sometime in the next week or so because that starts up next week, and then we'll be talking about it all throughout the tournament. And then the tournament's a month long, I think. So it's a great time of the year for basketball. It's college and NBA left and right every night. So I love it. I think it's good at first episode back. Again, we're on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all the places where you listen to podcasts. Like, subscribe. We really appreciate it. And leave a comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking on these games. We'll interact with you. We'll write back. We'll chop it up on there. So, John, great first episode back. Happy to be back in the saddle on Winning Picks Weekly.
Hell yeah.
And hopefully pick some winners.
All right, let's go. Knicks playing, baby. Let's go Knicks.